up? It's Corey TI here. So I just wanted to also say all these people involved in invading your privacy, especially law enforcement and so-called mental health professionals and people within the community, your friends, your family, like I said, so-called law enforcement, employers, co-workers, these evil scumbags, these perps, some of them are real pedophiles, but these evil, creepy-ass mofos, they have no dignity, no respect, no morale, no sense of morale. They have no empathy. They're narcissists or narcissistic enablers. You don't have to necessarily be a flat-out narcissist to do the bidding of the narcissist above you. The ones that pull the strings on these TI campaign, this TI program. You're just as bad and evil as they are. Even though maybe you've been put under an NDA and kind of forced or coerced into it, you still have a choice. You could say, fuck you motherfuckers, I'll risk my life, I'm not doing this, this is wrong, okay? That's what a real patriot, a real person with dignity, respect, and empathy and morale would do. They would put their life on the line. But no, you decided for a paycheck, you believe all the lies they say about people like myself and everybody else out there. You're like, well, if many people are saying it, it must be true. That majority rule bullshit, which got us here in the first place, which created a lot of problems with the left, the liberal left, the lunatics push, the media, the fake academia system, the fake news media. That's, to a small degree, that's not a lot of these people's faults, that they've been brainwashed with that mentality. However, it is your fault if you choose to get into it. Somewhat your fault, because some people, yes, I get, they're forced into it. They say, oh, it's wrong, I can't do this, and then they become a threat to the people pulling the strings on the program. And then now we'll have you sign an NDA. You don't want to do it, fine. They might, shame them or whatnot. However, in some instances, if the target is high priority, like maybe I'm a high priority target, they will force them. They say, well, we contacted you, we came to you, you have to do it now, or else we're coming after you, and you keep your mouth shut. Like my family, keep their mouth shut because they don't want that retaliation, no matter how much they deny their involvement or smearing my name and testifying with the FBI with those false charges, So I just wanted to come on here and mention this. This is an evil, demonic program. They see you as subhuman. You have no rights. They force you to sign away your rights like they did with me. These people are evil. This is Corey TI. I'm out. Peace. Oh, also, and to reemphasize, them, like your family, your so-called friends and people, them telling you that they love you is just love bombing. It's tainted love. It's not the same thing as true unconditional love. Because somebody that truly unconditionally loves you, whether it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother that's involved in this program, they would not do this shit and bold-faced lie to your face about it. Just because they give you a place to live, food, car, clothes, everything, how it all goes, you get what I'm saying? Just trying to rhyme or whatnot. But yet, behind the scenes, they're smearing your name. They're collaborating. They're you know the word I'm trying to say, with the FBI, with other people, to file charges and to slowly have you slow killed with poisonings and things like that, and filing charges against you behind the scenes. No matter how adamantly in denial my family is, they know that they're involved and that they're doing this shit to me. They know it. They could deny, lie through their teeth until their nose grows so long it falls the fuck off. You can only lie so much to the point where darkness sheds the light. Vice versa. Light sheds the darkness on this evil, and it's going to be exposed. So these bastards better hope it happens before I'm, God forbid, dead. Because you got to be some type of evil to invade someone's privacy, stalk them, have sent people out after me to watch me at my every move, my personal things that I do in privacy, and stealing my things and, no warrants and nothing like that. And have me put on a domestic terrorist watch list, call me a PDF file, a rapist, cyber stalker, whatever, this and that, the whole nine, which is can't be further from the truth. It's not true. Without due process. The whole thing is null and void. you know? But they don't give a shit. The people that are told to carry out these things like poisoning me at the navigational shelter in Huntington Beach, California with the food and drinks and water and spraying bleach and other chemicals on me. And then on top of it saying, well, if he says anything, we'll say he's crazy and put him in a hospital. Gaslight, all that shit. These people are fucking demonic. These people that are doing the bidding of these other, the handlers on this program are evil. They know their days are numbered. They know Trump and the military is in control and they're done. So they got to try to take as many people out as possible who's a threat to that corruption. And I am a proud whistleblower and I will continue to speak on this shit. I will continue to talk about religion and politics. This goes back over 2,000 years before Christ was born, and probably since Cain killed Abel, or vice versa. It was Cain killed Abel, basically. This shit's been going on since Adam and Eve bit the apple, you know? They said that Jesus Christ was a targeted individual, and so was David and Goliath and a lot of the 12 disciples, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a Bible reader, but you guys are the big Bible readers. You would know, you know? Anyways, I don't have a Bible, but maybe I should get one, you know, and the Bible is skewed. We know that. There's a lot of lies, but we have to learn how to discern in our hearts what's true and what's not true. Anyways, this is Corey, T.I. I'm out. Peace. Another thing I forgot to say, yeah, people like Andrea Orpin at the Right Center where they can get it right need to, you know, get their licenses, the nurse practitioner licenses suspended. I'm still going to file a formal complaint with the Pennsylvania State Licensing Board. You know, I told them, the supervisor called me back yesterday, and I told him I was going to do that, and I want to be discharged from the Right Center in Scranton, PA. Maybe you guys should call them and let them know how you feel about that shit. Call me, falsely labeling me a paranoid schizophrenic because I told her about my story, you know. She probably knows, you know, about it, but she can't talk about it. She was told, given orders probably to say, hey, he's a paranoid schizophrenic if he brings it up. Fucking lying, evil bitch. You don't deserve to be working in so-called mental health. You're done. I'm reporting your ass. Finito. Adios, amigo. I'm out. Peace.